Ayo, it's Brian here. Today, going to be talking about the San Francisco 49ers, as always, doing another NFL tier list video. I'll go back to my top 3 video tomorrow talking about news for this team. I was going to do it for today, but since I was off on the Wednesday, want to do this today, and then tomorrow go back to my news. Hopefully have videos out on Saturday and Sunday, and go back to my normal schedule Tuesday through Saturday and next week. So, yeah, there's some changes for this week. Hopefully you guys are okay with it for right now. You know, sometimes I do need a break from making this whole YouTube thing. I love making videos. I love creating content for you guys. Love talking about the 49ers, but sometimes I do need a break once in a while, and, you know, this is good to be recharged and ready to make some more videos for you guys. So, yeah, there you have it right there. Hopefully you guys, this 4th of July is going really well. Not too bad of a day for me, just a relaxing day for me for the most part until nighttime, and this video is going to be out pretty late on the East Coast, but on the West Coast should be pretty on time, 7 to 8 o'clock p.m., I guess, for 7 to 8 o'clock Pacific time, I guess, for you guys. So, yeah, no editing here again. Not gonna if I say a lot of uhs and you knows, then I apologize, but these videos, you know, when you're talking about every single team on your schedule, including the 49ers, it does take a long time to edit, so I won't be editing this video, but everything else I will be editing. So, yeah, there you have it right there. Let's get this video started. Before I do, please like and subscribe to support my channel. That would definitely help me out a lot. Again, please share this channel, share this content with fellow Niner faithfuls and any football fans in general. You know, I want to talk about the 49ers. I love them so much, but I like to talk about other teams as well. So if you guys are just willing to take a second out of your day to push a share button and give it to all your friends and family, that would be much appreciated. Again, the goal is 2,000 subscribers by football season. So September 8th, 2019, when they play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers week 1, that would be an amazing goal right there. So if you guys can help me with that, that'd be awesome. Thank you guys so much. Let's just get this video started, ranking the 49ers tiers for opponents and themselves defensively. Last time did the offense. All right, so let's get this video started. I think you guys know the structure of this video. There's my tier listings right here, the same as my offensive side of the ball, doing it for the defensive side of the ball. So let's see where it takes us to. First up, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, week 1. Let's go. All right, how do you feel about them? To be honest, they're really not that good. I don't know what else to say. They do have Todd Bowles as their defensive coordinator. I think he can make some good things for Tampa Bay this year. But other than that, they don't really have a lot of talent. They lost Gerald McCoy to a team that I'm going to be talking about in a second, my hometown team, the Carolina Panthers. They do have Levante David. They have a lot, you know, some talent on the defensive side of the ball, but they've been beat up for the most part. They do have that Vita guy. I think he's a defensive lineman for them that got drafted last year, but I don't think he ended up playing at all for the 2018 season. So there you have it. Another guy that they drafted, Devin White, that's his name, the 5th pick overall. I think he's going to be a really good player for the Bucs. Maybe he's just a rookie, so a little bit inexperienced. Also, we play in week 1, so they're really going to be rusty and what have you. So I don't believe they're going to be a really good defense against us and just the whole team, the whole league in general. So, you know, Tampa Bay, for me personally, I got to put them on the terrible list. And, you know, maybe in a couple years with Todd Bowles as their defensive coordinator, they could be better. But just for right now, this offseason, I think I'm looking at the tape, looking at everything. I don't think they're that good, in my opinion. All right, next up, Cincinnati Bengals. Again, I'm going to be putting them on the terrible list. I think offensively, I had them in the nothing special, but defensively, I think they're even worse because they just don't have anybody, to be honest with you. They have Geno Atkins, Carlos Dunlap on the defensive line. Those two are holding it down. Other than that, who else do they have? They don't have Reggie Nelson anymore. He was gone a couple of years ago. They don't have Vontaze Burfict, although that's probably a good thing for them not to have him anymore because he has cost them some games for his immaturity and what have you. Also, Pac-Man Jones, he retired from the NFL, I think, this year. So, you know, they do have a lot of people that are not on this team anymore. And I believe Cincinnati, just with a new regime, I don't think they're going to be that good, in my opinion. Another note for the offensive side of the ball, I have to say Jonah Williams, their first round pick, is out for the season. I think due to like a leg injury or something like that. So that is very bad for them. That was going to be Andy Dalton's protection, but he's not there for 2019. So they're really, really handicapped for this whole season so far for the upcoming 2019 season. Cincinnati, as much as they have some talent, they have some promise, I don't really think they're that good for 2019 this year, and I believe they will be sucking it up definitely, especially on the defensive side of the ball. All right, next up, week 3 against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Where to put them? I was going to put them on the one of the best, but I'm going to be putting them in the very good just because of the fact that they do have a lot of talent. They have Cameron Hayward on the defensive line. They have TJ Watt. They have new players like, what's his name? Devin Bush. He's the 10th pick overall for the Steelers. They traded up with the Broncos to get him. He's going to be a great replacement to Ryan Shazier. Like, Pittsburgh's defense, they have some nice promise. Last year, they were actually, I think, top 5 or top 10 in points allowed. They were pretty good in sacks. They were top 5 in sacks as well. So they are making numbers. They are stuffing the numbers up, but just for some reason, I don't know, they don't really pop out of my screen as a top defense like the Chicago Bears were last year under Vic Fangio. So we'll see what happens. But Pittsburgh, for me, with all the talent that they have, the things that they were able to do last year, considering all the things that happened to them, I think they're still a really very good defense, and they should be a tough time for Jimmy Garoppolo and company when we do face them personally week 3 in San Francisco. So Pittsburgh, going to be putting them on a very good list. I was going to put them on top, but I don't know. Just for me personally, the eyeball test, they don't really pop out on my screen on television looking like the top defense like the Bears, as I mentioned before. So, very good. Not too bad at all. Next up, Cleveland Browns. This is the team that made a lot of changes in the offseason, even on the defensive side of the ball. They got Olivier Vernon now from the New York Giants. They drafted Greedy Williams. They still have Myles Garrett. They have a lot of great things going on for them in Cleveland right now. And on paper, it looks fantastic. But as we all know, Cleveland likes to disappoint during the regular season. Hopefully they don't this year. I'm a fan of theirs because I think they've been long suffering for years now. We think us 49er fans are suffering. At least we made the Super Bowl in this decade. Cleveland hasn't made the Super Bowl at all in their whole franchise career, although they made NFL championships back in the day and they were dominating the NFL in the 1950s. But just for this Super Bowl era all the way to now, they haven't been a really good team. Maybe this year can change with Baker Mayfield leading that offense and Myles Garrett leading the defense. That they do have some good things going on for them. They have Steve Wilks as their defensive coordinator, and when he was in Carolina, he did a pretty good job adjusting to the defense after Sean McDermott left for the head coaching job of the Buffalo Bills. I know I'm getting all these history lessons for you guys. I hope you guys do enjoy it. But yeah, Cleveland, I think with the players that they added in the draft and free agency and the current talent that they have also on their defense, I'm going to be putting them in the very good list. I think they're going to cause some trouble for every team in the NFL this season, also the 49ers when we play them week 5 at Monday Night Football. So it's going to be an interesting team. I think this year they'll actually live up to the hype. They do have a lot of expectations coming into 2019. But I believe with Freddie Kitchens as their head coach and the talent that they have to do really good for 2019. And this will be the first year that they actually will do something instead of just talking and no substance. So Cleveland, rooting for y'all. Although we play y'all this year, I do have a lot of love for you guys over there in the dog pound. All right, next up, Los Angeles Rams. Where am I going to put this LA Rams team? This is very tough. I might actually put them as... where do I put them? I mean, they do have one of the best defensive players in Aaron Donald. They did lose some players in free agency. This is a tough one. I actually, you know what, guys? I might come back to them near the end of the video. So I'll probably go back to the Rams eventually, but just not right now. Washington Redskins. Where to put them? I might put them in the nothing specialist. They did add Landon Collins from free agency. I think he's going to make a big difference for them. Although, as we all know, free agency for the Washington Redskins, it hasn't been the biggest success for them. This whole history of free agency since the 1990s. They've had a lot of flops, like Albert Hainsworth. He flopped big time. Bruce Smith, Deion Sanders. The list goes on and on of terrible free agents that they went after pretty much their career was over. But the difference is this time Landon Collins, he's a pretty young player. I think he's only like 25, 26 years old. So, this is a perfect opportunity for him to show what he can do against their Giants rival Washington Redskins. So we'll see what happens. But Washington, in my opinion, they're not really that special. I think they have Ryan Kerrigan as their linebacker. They have some nice pieces, but that's not enough. You have to be a cohesive team. Washington, I don't think they're anything that crazy. Maybe they're very good, but just for me personally, they don't pop out of my screen. They don't pop out of my screen crazy, so I'm going to be putting them in a nothing special list. Next up, Carolina Panthers. I think they're a very good defense. I think they're fantastic. They got Luke Kuechly, one of the best middle linebackers in the NFL. Thomas Davis is not there anymore. What else do they have? They have Kawan Short. What's that other guy? Mario Addison. He's pretty good. I think he's still on the team. Who did they add this year? Did they add anybody? Not that I know of, but I mean, when you have Luke Kuechly as your linebacker, everything can go well because he's the top dude. He's the leader of the defense. When you have a leader of the defense, he can rally your whole troops, and he could do a fantastic job like the Seattle Seahawks and Bobby Wagner, which I will be talking about them in a second. So Carolina, they have a lot of good things going on, although they've been kind of struggling for the past couple of years with points allowed and just not being able to get off the field. I still think they're a very talented team, and I think I don't even know who their defensive coordinator is. Oh my gosh, I didn't even do my research. It wasn't Steve Wilks anymore. Oh man, I am the terrible man to talk about my hometown team, the Panthers. But anyways, I think the Panthers, they are a very good team. They have a good offense to complement them. Let's see what happens. But Carolina, I'm going to be putting them on a very good list. Next up, Arizona Cardinals. I think they're pretty terrible. I don't think they're that good, to be honest with you. They do have some nice pieces like Chandler Jones. I mean, all these teams that are not good, they do have pieces. They have great players, but just as a team, they don't really mesh together. Their chemistry is not really that good for some reason, and Arizona is a good example of that. They have Chandler Jones. They drafted Byron Murphy in the second round. Who else did they got? I think that's pretty much it. Patrick Peterson, he was going to be there, but I guess Murphy's going to take his spot for the next couple of games during the season because Patrick has been suspended for 6 games for PED use, which is very rare of him. He's the last guy to think that he would be doing anything steroids or whatever he was doing to get a suspension like that. So that's pretty disappointing to see that. But yeah, Arizona, both sides of the ball, really not that good. I don't expect anything great from them this year. To be honest, I think they're going to go 4-12 or 5-11. Hopefully we can beat them twice for the first time in a long time. Just beat them at least once. Gosh, man, we've been on a losing streak against this team, and they've been pretty bad as well. So hopefully they are going to suck it up this year. And yeah, we'll see what happens. But Arizona as a defense, I don't think they're that good. So whatever. Next up, Seattle Seahawks, our division rival. Another one. I probably put them in a very good list as well. A lot of you guys might be like, why would you put Seattle in a very good list? They're pretty nothing special. They're not that good at all. But, like the Carolina Panthers, they have an awesome middle linebacker in Bobby Wagner. You can't take that away from him. I think they still have, who else did they have? KJ Wright. He's a pretty good player. They got the Griffin brothers, Shaquem and Shaquille. Got to give Shaquem a lot of credit for being a one-man hand man because, he's playing really good football. And he shows that anything can happen. If you just believe in yourself, you can be a great player or whatever you're doing. And he's a perfect example of that. So I got to give him a lot of credit for that. They're always a proven team. They always show great adversity. When something bad happens, they always are able to find another player to take their place, and they could be really good role players. So I got to give a lot of credit to Seattle. I don't hate them as much as the Rams, to be honest with you. A lot of you guys might hate Seattle more than the Rams, but just for some reason on YouTube, Seattle fans are pretty nice to me. We respect each other. But Rams fans, oh my God, they're just so arrogant. So, if I talk a lot of trash about the Rams, that's pretty much why. Seattle, I don't talk too much trash about them. Every people I talk to publicly and on YouTube, they've been pretty nice. I don't have a problem with Seattle at all. Although it's nice to beat them once in a while, which we did for the first time in 2018 with Nick Mullins as our quarterback. But yeah, Seattle with Bobby Wagner leading that team, I think they're going to be pretty good defense in my opinion. They could be maybe top 10 or outside of top 10 for this upcoming season. All right, next up, Green Bay Packers. Where to put them? They did add some pieces. They got Rashawn Gary from Michigan. Clay Matthews not there anymore. He's with the Rams. What else did they do? Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think that's the biggest move that they made in this whole free agency period. If I'm missing somebody, then I apologize. But for me personally, I'm going to be putting them in the nothing specialists. I think, defensively, they're okay. They're not too perfect, but when you have Mike Penn as their defensive coordinator, they do have a chance. But I don't think the talent is there to really be an awesome defense or a very good defense in 2019. We'll see what happens, but they can prove me wrong. Yeah, Green Bay, I don't like their chances this year. Everything is with Aaron Rodgers on the offensive side of the ball and defensive side of the ball as well, because if he's not performing well offensively, then defensively they're going to be struggling mightily because they'll be on the field forever and ever, and they'll get tired and they'll get worn out eventually. But for me, Green Bay, I don't really think they're that special. I don't think they're terrible, though, but we'll see what happens. That's just me. Next up, Baltimore Ravens. I'm going to be actually putting them as one of the best. I mean, last year they were freaking fantastic for the 2018 season. They were amazing. They carried Lamar Jackson in the offense. I think they were number one in scoring. I expect them to keep that up for the 2019 season. I know they lost Terrell Suggs. I know they lost a couple of players, but I'm pretty sure they added some players. I didn't do my research. My God, I am just a terrible man. Why didn't I do my research? But just overall, as a defense, they don't have the star-studded power of other teams, other players like Luke Kuechly, Aaron Donald, and those guys. But as a cohesive team, they're a very good defense. And some of you guys might disagree with me on Baltimore being one of the best, but last year they definitely proved it. And I think this year they're going to do the same thing. They've always been a defensive team. They've always shown on the defensive side of the ball why they're one of the best physical team always nice to see them play against Pittsburgh in the AFC North matchup. I can't wait to see what they do for their defense. But, for them, offensively, they might be struggling with Lamar Jackson not being able to throw the ball, not being able to do everything as a quarterback. But defensively, they can definitely carry him to a playoff appearance and maybe a deep playoff run like the 2000 Ravens. We'll see, though. But Baltimore got him as one of the best, and that might be surprising. But I'm going to be putting him out there. All right, next up, New Orleans Saints. How to feel about this team right here? New Orleans. They do have some nice talent. They got Cameron Jordan. They got Marshawn Lattimore. They have a lot of great players. You know what? Actually, they do complement their offense. I'm actually going to be putting them as one of the best as well. One of the best could be like top 5 or, outside of top 5. I think New Orleans, they have all the great talent on that defensive side of the ball. I think Dennis Allen is their defensive coordinator right now, so that means they get a lot of turnovers. They get a lot of takeaways, although they give up a lot of yards. But getting all those takeaways, that nullifies all the yards allowed that they've been given. So they are very good defense. They did a really good job in the playoffs. They did some nice last-minute stuff with Nick Foles and the Eagles in the divisional round. NFC Championship, they played their hearts out, but unfortunately they got cheated for the most part. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe New Orleans just got shafted, got whiffed on that pass interference call or whatever you want to call it. So it does suck, but New Orleans as a team with Marshawn Lattimore and Cameron Jordan, I think they're one of the best defenses in the NFL, and they complement their offense really, really well. That's just me. I think they're a really, really good defense and one of the best. Well, not really good, but one of the best. Why am I talking like this? All right, let's go. Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta. I don't like the Falcons fans, to be honest with you, because on YouTube, when I talked about them in the Super Bowl a couple of years ago, they talked a lot of trash about me. Not about me, but to me, about the Packers game, and I did get that game wrong, unfortunately. But they lost the Super Bowl in the worst way possible. They let the Patriots come back 28-3, and I was laughing at their faces for the rest of my time. Ha ha ha. But anyways, Atlanta. I don't know how to feel about them, to be honest with you. You know what? I might put them in the nothing specialist, to be honest with you. I think they're more known on the offensive side of the ball with Matt Ryan and company. Defensively, I don't really see anything special about them. I don't know. That's just me. But Atlanta, I think they're nothing special. I think we can do a really good job as a 49er team to do awesome, against this Falcons defense, Jimmy Garoppolo and company, assuming he's healthy by then, which I think he will. I think he can shred this defense apart. We'll see what happens. But, yeah, Atlanta, I don't really see anything too crazy about them. I think they have who is that linebacker that made that nice interception against the Saints in Thursday Night Football or whatever? I forgot exactly who, but, they do have a little bit of talent. But other than that, I think they're just an average defense, to be honest with you. I'm going to be putting them on the nothing specialist. All right, to the grand finale, the Los Angeles Rams. How am I going to rank this team? LA Rams, the team that I like to hate, actually. Well, going to be holding them right now. I don't think they're a terrible defense at all. They're pretty good, in my opinion. I don't think they're on the nothing special list. I think they're either in between these two. Which one am I going to pick? You know what? To be honest with you, I might actually put them as one of the best. Some of you guys might disagree with me. A lot of United fans think I'm LA loving this team. No, I'm not. But, you have to look at the Super Bowl performance against Tom Brady. They did an awesome job containing Brady. Brady just had a terrible game, and apparently everyone forgot about that. He did win his 6th Super Bowl ring, but he had a terrible game. I think he had no touchdowns and 1 interception. They were just harassing him all day. Brady just made the one extra play that you needed to win the game against them. So, they did an awesome job against Brady in the Super Bowl. I have to give them a lot of credit for what they did. Wade Phillips is an awesome defensive coordinator. I talk about number 99 all the time. You got nice players like Aqib Talib, Marcus Peters. I talk about them all the time as well. They're a pretty good cohesive team under that 3-4 defense. I believe they're going to show up and show out again for 2019. Hopefully we beat them twice this year. That'd be awesome. But I think for this season, we might be splitting up with them for this season. So, yeah, Rams, Saints, Ravens, got them as one of the best defenses in the NFL. And I'm pretty sure you guys can agree with me for the most part. Maybe you guys might have Pittsburgh up there, maybe Carolina or Seattle. But just for my list, I think this is a pretty accurate list for this offseason right now. And hopefully it can be accurate by the end of the 2019 season so I look like a smart boy, right? Anyways, let's go. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 12, 13. I think that's pretty legit right there. That's all the opponents. So the last team I have to worry about is our team ourselves, the San Francisco 49ers. Where am I going to put them? Well, I don't think they're one of the best yet. They haven't proven anything yet with that new revamped defense. I don't think they're a terrible defense because they have to be absolutely terrible. Actually, if you look at the statistics, they were number 13 in yards allowed, so that's pretty impressive right there. Although we were just bad in the takeaways and being able to make some plays, that was the worst thing about the team. If they were able to make plays, they would have been a better defense, in my opinion. You know, they got to do more than just 30 sacks or whatever sacks they have, minus the Raiders game and 2 interceptions from last year. So, to be honest with you, with the 49ers, with the moves that they made, I don't mean to be biased or whatever, but I'm going to be putting them in the very good list. I mean, they shown some promise last year, as I said. If we could just make some plays, if the quarterbacks can get pressured even more, if we can get some nice productivity with forced fumbles and interceptions, then this team can be a very good defense. I can see them being top 10 this year with the acquisitions that we made with John Lynch, making all those investments. Come on, man. This could be a very good defense. I expect D Ford and Nick Bosa to just wreak havoc on the edges and to force Buckner, Solomon Thomas on the inside to get extra pressure on the inside. So, the 49ers, for me, I covered this team. I know they're the most. If you notice from this tier listing video, the 49ers, I know a lot about them, and I think they can have the potential to be a very good defense. Maybe one of the best, but since they haven't played the down yet in the 2019 season, I will be putting them in the very good list just for this offseason. So, yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys. Hopefully you guys do agree with me. If you don't, please comment below what you think about my tier listing videos. That's it, guys. Gonna end this video right now. I'll see y'all tomorrow for News Thursday. Hope you guys do like this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. That'd be amazing. Share this channel. I'll catch you guys tomorrow for News Set Friday. I'll see y'all then. Bye, guys. Love y'all. Y'all have a great rest of your night. Go Niners all day.